Hi class, good day. My name is Teacher Joss, and I'm gonna be your teacher for today. And I know that you are very excited to learn new things for today, right? So, what we're gonna be doing for today is we are going to, um, or I'm going to read you a story of the very famous fable of the three little pigs. Does anyone here familiar or already heard about the three little pigs? Oh, no one have heard it yet. Okay, that's very good, and that's what makes it sound exciting, right? So just wanna set you a proper expectation that after our story, you are expected to make a 500 word reflection paper about your learnings, the moral lesson that you get on the story, and as well as highlighting the elements of communication, the characteristics of communication as well present in that story, and as well as the cultural barriers or the cultural communication in it. Okay, so I know that you are very excited to have the story or to know the story. So let's go ahead and let me share my screen. So here I have my screen shared for you. Thank you so much. So, once again, this is the story of the three little pigs. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs named Al, Matthew, and Carlos, who lived in a forest. They were brothers, but they were very different from each other. One day, they were planning to make a house for themselves. Each one of them had suggestions, but neither of them agreed. I'm not so good in structures. I prefer in light and easy materials, Al said. But I want something that can protect me from the cold wind, yet a quick house to build, Matthew replied. For me, a house needs to have a strong foundation to protect ourselves from any harm that may come. May take time to build, but I know it will be worth it, Carlos said. Their ideas were divided, so they ended up making their own houses for each one of them. The first little pig, named Al, was very lazy. He didn't want to work so hard, so he built his house out of straw. It was quick and easy to make, and he soon had a cozy little straw house. The second little pig, named Matthew, was a bit more diligent than the first one. He chose to build his house out of sticks. It took a bit more effort, but it was still quicker than the third pig's plan. Now, the third little pig, named Carlos, was the wisest of them all. He knew the importance of hard work and building things to last. So he spent a lot of time and effort constructing his house out of sturdy bricks. It was strong and safe house. Then one day, a big, bad wolf named Carl came to the forest. He saw the first little pig's straw house and thought, aha, a tasty little piggy for lunch. He knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me in. But the first little pig was scared and replied, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. So the wolf huffed and puffed and blew the straw house down. The first little pig ran to the second little pig's house made of sticks for safety. I'm so scared. The bad wolf just blew my house in seconds. I should have listened to you in making a better house, Al said while panting. No worries, you're safe here. Let's hope he can't blow us off, Matthew responded. So the wolf followed and came to the second pig's house. He said, little pigs, let me in. But the second pig, though frightened, also refused. Not by the hair of our chinny chin chins! So The wolf huffed and puffed again, and this time the house of sticks fell down. The two little pigs pointed at the brick house and ran towards it. So the two little pigs made it to Carla's house, panting and catching their breaths. Our houses were blown by the bad wolf, Al said. We should have listened to you in building a strong house, Matthew added. So the wolf was very determined to catching them and came to the brick's house. He said, little pigs, let me in. But the third pig was not afraid. He replied confidently, Not by the hair of our chinny chin chins. So the wolf huffed and puffed and huffed and puffed, but no matter how hard he blew, he couldn't blow the brick house down. It was strong. So the wolf gave up and went away, hungry and disappointed, realizing that not only wolves have the courage to do things, some other animals too have their own unique ways in surviving and living life, just like these three little pigs. I'm glad that we're all safe here and the bad wolf did not succeed in his plans, Carlos stated. Now we know the importance of having a strong foundation, not just in houses, but also in our relationship, Al and Matthew said. So the three little pigs were safe in their sturdy brick house, and they all lived happily ever after, knowing that the hard work and preparation paid off in the end. And that's how the story ends. Wow, I know that you have gained a lot of knowledge or a lot of learnings in this story, and I am excited to see or read your reflection about this story of the three little pigs. So I will be sending out the details of of your reflection. I'll be sending it out through Google Classroom, and the deadline will be on October 11th at 7:30 p.m. Okay, so be sure to submit your outputs before the deadline. Okay, and also you can also provide citations in your reflection. And that way it can help support your reflection or your knowledge or your learnings about this famous fable of the three little pigs. Okay, so that would be all for today, class. Thank you so much for your time and for participating. Um, yeah, you do have a great day there and you take care of yourselves. Bye bye for now.